Hey guys, we are so excited to have you all join us for our wedding on a cruise. And today we're just going to go ahead and talk a little bit about our history. So we got engaged in a very unique way. I know you see all kind of cute stories on Instagram and what's the other one? Snapchat.
TikTok.
TikTok.
For those young
TikTok.
people.
Yes. You see guys proposing in radical ways. I also would like to say the hopeless romantic in me proposed in a very adorable way.
It was adorable.
Why don't you tell them a little bit about it?
Prior to him asking me to marry him, he gave me a book, and he had wrote some stuff about me. It is top secret, so I can't share the contents of the book with anyone, but
the good thing is I do have that book right here with us right now. And we are going to go through it.
Ooh.
So, it starts off with this beautiful cover page that's just showing me and Emma. And then as we turn the page, it brings us to the table of contents. In the table of contents, it goes through all the different chapters that I wrote.
Oh, one of my favorite parts is the about the author. He wrote a cute little about the author, which we all know, Bryan's charming smile, bulging biceps. These are just a few of my favorite parts. Yes. And then he makes it specific in the welcome that it is pretty much my eyes only content, that he is not very open with everyone, or at least as much as he is with me, and he kind of likes to keep it that way. He's a bit more of a private person, so I won't share much more, but that's some of my favorite parts.
Moving on to the intro, I just pretty much go ahead and I'll go ahead and read how I started off. It says, "Well, my love, now that it's just you and me, just how I like it. I know, you wrote a book for me. In my defense, and I quote, extra, extra, it's Bryan, read all about it." Well, parentheses, I'm going to add something in there. So that's something that Emma usually uses to describe me. She says I'm extra, extra.
Read all about it.
Exactly. End parentheses. Now you literally get a chance to read all about it.
Alright, I know you don't think it's extra. You obviously think it's cute and you're loving it. I know that because you're this far in and you still haven't talked about a single thing regarding the introduction yet. Isn't that how most of our time is together? We can be together in
5 minutes later.
So moving on along, we're going to go ahead and cut right into Emma 101, which is 101 things that I wrote about Emma. It is quite adorable, and I don't want to bore you guys.
With 101 things about me.
Yeah. So moving on along to memory lane. In this section here, we go through everything from our first photo shoot to the cute little date nights that we've had, our church adventures together, our trips to Georgia, New York, Valentine's Day, another photo shoot that we did during COVID, our experience through the car club that we started, and just a bunch of little pictures that, we're going to go ahead and make available to you guys on our actual website, so you can go ahead and view that. And then it comes to this part that says the pledge, and this was my pledge or affirmation to Emma. It says, "I promise to love you without condition, to honor you each and every day, to laugh with you when you're happy, to support you when you're sad, to guide you when you ask for direction, to challenge you to be a better person, and to be your biggest fan and ever-present listening audience."
Aww. Sorry, that's my thing. I like when he kissed my head.
And it brings us to this top secret page.
Top secret.
This top secret, when I gave the book to Emma, it was on her birthday in April. And then when I gave it to her originally, I had put a paper clip around these pages, and I made it an absolute rule that she was not allowed to look past the top secret page until I told her she was allowed to.
I'm not very good at things like that, but I didn't look.
And she didn't look. I checked.
How would you know?
I checked.
Oh. He put the paperclip a specific way, maybe? I don't know. He would know though. He's like that.
But, you know, only a few weeks after, I was able to, you know, scrape together some money, you know, from the job I was working at, which wasn't paying me much, but I was able to, you know, afford this beautiful ring. And I finally was able to show her the last few pages of the book. So this is a top secret page. It was paper clipped, so she wasn't allowed to go past it. And then, you know, we had a date, and you know, I told her that it was time to go into it. So we went through it, and it said, "Will you marry me?"
Yes!
So when you first got into this, what was really your first like reaction?
So when he gave me the book, we were actually just hanging out, and I started reading it, and I ended up reading it out loud so that we could just kind of go through it together. And I just remember crying and crying because I thought it was so cute. And now I get to read it when, you know, I'm either upset or missing him for whatever reason, and get to just go through it. But when I opened the top secret section, I kind of expected it to be like another contract or like, I don't know, like a top secret date that we were gonna go on or something like that. And I opened it and I saw the first 2 pages and I was like, "Will you?" I was like, those next 2 words are gonna be marry me. And I was like, okay. And then I kept flipping, and then I said yes, because I love you. And I've always loved you.
Aww. Awesome. And that's how we got engaged. For those of you who do know us, you know, we got engaged that, I want to see, what was it? April, early May?
Mm-hmm.
And then, oh yeah, funny story, I did have to visit her dad, you know, and had to ask for the youngest daughter's hand in marriage.
What is it? I want you to know that I am in love with Sam. And I am asking your permission to marry your daughter.
No.
Thank you, sir. I mean, it's... What?
No.
You know, but through the grace of God, I was given a yes. And then, and only then, I was able to bring her through the top secret section. And, you know, I got his blessing to marry her. And we actually got married on our 2-year anniversary. It was awesome. It was a very small wedding. You know, a lot of my family couldn't make it just because they're in New York and we had the complication with COVID and lockdown. They weren't allowing much travel, and it wasn't just a safe time to have it. So we had a very small wedding in her family's house with just us. I want to say, what was it? Less than 10 people total.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then we had every intention in planning a bigger ceremony to include all of you guys. So, you know, this has been something we've been planning for over a year now. We are so excited that you guys are going to be there to join us in our wedding celebration.
It'll be a year from being married, so we'll get to celebrate being together for a year. From what I hear, that's the hardest year. But, you know, so yeah, it'll be a nice accomplishment. We'll get to celebrate with you guys, and we were upset that we couldn't do it all together, but we didn't want to wait due to the pandemic, you know, and due to not having everyone when we wanted to be married.